Welcome, everybody, to the Channel Vision Magazine webinar featuring Bicom Systems, which says there is an app for that. And Bicom will share with us how to make more sales, including video conferencing, in your unified communications app. I'm your moderator, Bruce Christian, Senior Editor of Channel Vision Magazine. Our Bicom Systems presenters are Vesna Glavish-Hustrich, the gloCOM meeting product owner, and Stacy Rignanesi, Sales Development Manager. And so with that, let me turn it over to Stacy.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, our agenda today is why you need video conferencing in your UC package, our video conferencing solutions, gloCOM meeting, and how to get started with gloCOM meeting. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a Q&A session. Video conferencing in post-pandemic world. In the past 3 years, we have experienced a significant shift in how we perceive and operate in the workplace. When the pandemic hit, most of us had to switch from an office to our home and in turn relied heavily on unified communications to stay connected. And not only did our working environment change with the constant and increased use of unified communications, but it also other industries and aspects shifted and decided now to stay that way. Today, we know that UC, and more specifically, video conferencing is the most inexpensive way for users to share information and connect with individuals around the world in real time, offering optimization of working from home and no geographical restraints. Perfecting video conferencing. So after all of this time, we've learned that not only video conferencing was a saving grace, but that it needed to be perfected as a tool, but also we as users to be better at connecting through it. It officially has been the most intense year working from home and having an enormous amount of virtual meetings, which got us thinking how lucky we were to have the tools that we have today. Can you imagine if this had happened back in 2007 when we all had flip phones? Whether you kept the camera off the past year or were the organizer of a virtual cocktail hours, we all shared a similar experience with video conferencing. Let's take a trip down memory lane and what we've learned in the past years. Keep your camera on. When it is meeting with many participants, it only makes sense for us presenters to have their cameras on. If you are given the option in a small meeting, you should opt in to turn them on. Having your video on will ensure you stay engaged. When your camera is on, you are less likely to pick up your phone or scroll through social media or easily be sidetracked. Test your equipment. Take a minute to check that everything is working correctly. Ensure your camera's on, the quality of your image is up to par, and your lights are on. Just like your selfies, you should make sure that your lighting is just right when video conferencing. Even with the best camera, your image may look grainy and unprofessional with poor lighting. Do a quick test that your microphone and speakers are working correctly. If you're using a headset, ensure that it is connected and the settings reflect this option. Finally, make sure you have a strong internet signal. The last thing you want is to have everything working and the meeting drop. Space your meetings. You have your meetings spread out to change the scenario. Even simple trips to the bathroom or to get more coffee force you to get up, stretch your legs, and get moving. Working from home doesn't offer that luxury. Video conferencing is tiring, and when you book back-to-back meetings, it can feel like you're chained to your desk. Make sure you allocate time in between meetings to decompress and to avoid burning out. Pardon me. Or when you're calling video conferencing fatigue. Utilize screen share. If you simply provide the link to a doc or a PDF file, the participants will not follow along properly. They may read ahead or not even open it. Provide the information and also share your screen. By doing both, you cover all bases and drive your points home with more engaged audience. The trusty, not so trusty mute button. If I had $1 for every time I heard, sorry, I was on mute, or please mute your microphone, I'd be rich. Make sure you are muting yourself because it is a lot easier to hit the unmute button than an employee who is making weird noises. A good tip is to enable the option for automatically being muted when you join a meeting. Speaking of hitting the unmute button, you really should stay on top of that. When it happens often, it looks like you're not paying attention. When your employees see your mouth moving and hands gesturing, they think that there's an issue with their end and that they can't hear you. Okay, now that we've covered the importance of video conferencing, I'm now going to pass the mic to Vesna to present what Bicom Systems has to offer with our gloCOM meeting.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. As you've heard from Bruce, my name is Vesna, and I'm the product owner of the gloCOM meeting. gloCOM meeting is a video conferencing model of gloCOM, and it allows any user to set up virtual meetings without the hassle of switching applications. It is delivered through the gloCOM, so whenever we release new features of gloCOM, you are getting some new features and improvements of meeting as well. In the light of all the changes, as we heard from Stacy, and the new normal of working from home and hybrid work, for us at Bicom Systems, it was very important to be able to offer our partners and our clients a comprehensive solution that encompasses video conferencing as well. Having it all in one application is an advantage that we can offer, and being a Bicom partner, you don't have to look any further. You get everything you need in our UC suite. What are the main features of gloCOM meeting? I'll briefly go through that. Basically, all the core features of any video conferencing are there, video and audio conferencing, of course. Meeting offers virtual conferences on a commendable scale with over 100 participants with active video streams can be in a stable meeting without any problems that can feel like face-to-face meetings on both speaker and grid view. We offer new WebRTC screen sharing for full desktop, single window, and single application with the remote control for keyboard and mouse. Meeting chat, an instant messaging feature that allows sharing information, sending links and files through the chat. And local recording, that helps you bring meeting details to people who are not able to attend the meeting live. You can choose to record both audio and video or audio only. Additionally, with meeting management, you can gain more control with tools and manage past and upcoming meetings. You can schedule the meetings, send email notifications, manage past meetings, leave or end meeting with a click of a button. Participants management allows you to view all the participants list and add remote attendees with ease. It's actually drag and drop to add participants, really easy to add external users with their emails or phone numbers, or mute, like Stacy said, mute is important, mute individual participants or all participants at once. As far as privacy settings, we offer two modes of meeting, public and private meetings. Added support for public meeting is where anyone can join with the meeting number. So there is no need to invite all the users if you're planning a bigger meeting, bigger conference. The public meeting checkbox is added in the meeting module window. And when you schedule a meeting, you can choose it, or you can change it during the meeting if you realize that you have to invite more people in, or you need to let somebody in who wasn't invited. You can just switch to the public meeting, send them a meeting number, and they can join easily. Talking about ease of access. Basically, one important thing about gloCOM meeting is that you don't have to have any external, you don't have to have any downloads or installs on your computer. Any external participant can join the meeting without hassle of downloading and installing an application. You can join via web application. It's easy. The whole setup after you follow the invitation link is on one page, and joining is very simple and fast, and it's supported by all major browsers. And if you prefer joining via mobile application, both iOS and Android, gloCOM Meeting Go mobile applications are available. If you download them, following the link that you get in an invite will fill the information right away, and you can join easily to any meeting that you're invited on or even the ones that you are not, you just click the meeting number in there. Ease of use. With access to all the Glaucom contacts, you can start collaborating with a single click. It's actually saving time because starting a meeting is quickly and adding a remote meeting participants is really quickly. You can schedule a meeting in advance. You can drag and drop contacts, like I said. You can start the meeting from a chat group with a single click. With Outlook integration, it's also easy to start meetings from the Outlook, from the calendar, from the contacts as well. It's also just simple click. So basically, if you're already a Glaucom user, there is no more efficient and convenient way for you to have a virtual meeting. And if you're not a Glaucom user, meeting might be the reason for you to become one. So how to get Glaucom meeting? I will leave it to Stacy as a sales representative. So thank you all.
GloCOM meeting just makes sense. We are now in a world where in-person meetings are the most common thing now in the past. This is the best way to have face-to-face conversation is through GloCOM meeting or through video conferencing, allowing your customers or potential customers to see in person, and you are able to see their body language is so much better than in a voice conversation. A phone call, you never know if a person on the other end is even paying attention to you, but in a video meeting, they're forced to sit and focus in on the conversation. With video meeting, you will be seeing a very big difference in your business meetings. So if you are interested, call or email us if you have any more questions. We'd be happy to answer your questions and help you through the process. If you're already a customer with Bicom Systems, please reach out to your account manager to get GloCOM meeting added onto your GloCOM subscription. We will be talking to you soon. Don't hesitate to ask questions, and we look forward to helping you grow your business. Thank you. I'll pass it back to you.
Okay, before we get to questions, would you like to tell us how our attendees can reach Bicom Systems for more information?
Of course, yeah. So the best way to reach us would be at the sales. The email is sales@bicomsystems.com.
All right, let's get into some questions.
Thank you.
Sure. If you were asked to compare GloCOM meeting with other solutions in the market, what would you highlight as the main benefits of having GloCOM meeting?
Well, I will try to answer that question. Of course, there are multiple solutions over there with like already well-established video conferencing solutions and everything. But if you are within Bicom ecosystem, then like I said, it's really a very stable, scalable product that is available on all clients and even for external users. For GloCOM users, the ease of use is unbelievable. And we offer a very affordable solution, basically free starter, full stack of features on all packages, affordable larger plan, branding options. But I would really single out the ease of use for our ecosystem for GloCOM users. It's really something that's that would stand out for from all other video conferencing solutions.
Okay. Another question is, do I need to get the entire suite, the entire Bicom system suite to use GloCOM meeting? Yeah,
well, basically, like I said, it's a GloCOM ecosystem. You have to have PBXware, you have to have GloCOM, and then you get the meeting as a module on the GloCOM. So yes, you would have to have our UC suite for meeting to be able to. Not to participate in the meetings. You can participate as an external participant, but for you to own the meeting, yes.
Okay. Now, all of these meetings, you need a camera and a microphone. Are these included, or would you recommend any particular vendors that might be more compatible with GloCOM?
Well, we are trying to be compatible with every single solution that's out there on the market, really, basically, because it's not a weird animal. Like we said, for the past 3 years, video conferencing has grown to be a new normal, basically. So using any kind of headphones or sets for audio and video, that's fine. I mean, even cameras on the computers and everything else.
Okay. All right. So you did mention the product's affordability. Without getting specifically into pricing, can you just kind of elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, I think it's kind of unique in a way that our freemium plan, our starter package, will be a full-featured package. Basically, we are not singling out features to offer in a business or enterprise or something like that. We are actually offering everything that we have in the meeting as far as features in the freemium free package. And then the only limitation is the capacity, but the next tier, next package will be very affordable. We are aiming to, let's say, $1 per extension for our partners, but I cannot say precisely and exactly for any pricing info. We will, you guys, whoever is interested, the best thing is to reach the sales, like Stacy said on the email.
Okay. Here's an interesting question. Does the meeting use the individual's bandwidth, or is Bicom hosting the video?
Our meeting server is on our, basically it's on our servers. We have servers in Europe and in the United States, but of course you have to have a decent bandwidth, decent connection to attend the meetings. But as far as the usage goes, I mean, it's on our servers. We are using our infrastructure.
I see. Okay. And can you discuss what the benefit is for customers to use gloCOM instead of like Zoom or Microsoft Teams?
That's exactly what I was talking about, Bruce, earlier. Of course, I mean, if you are already in a Microsoft ecosystem, then I can hardly persuade you to move to like totally to our solution. But if you are a PBX gloCOM user, then switching between gloCOM and going to Teams or to Zoom is a hassle. If you start using Meeting, you'll see how easy it is. You can actually, we could be talking and we need to share something, we can switch with a single click to the video conferencing. If you are on the chat, you can start the meeting with a single click. You don't switch applications, it's all there. You can schedule a meeting really quickly. Video contacts already there, you can drag and drop them. So basically, what I'm saying is like, it's hard to compete with well-established video conferencing solutions like Zoom and Microsoft Teams. But within our ecosystem, I think we are well in advantage with the ease of use and access of it.
Okay. What about security? Can you talk about security? For example, Zoom bombing possible?
Right now, we have private and public meetings. We are working on improving the security of the public meetings as well. For the current situation, the public meetings are something that are partially secured. But for the next iteration of the meeting, next version of the meeting, we are introducing a fully secure end-to-end encrypted and secured with a password and waiting room solution. So I see the question here, any features we can expect, is basically we are really now working on the security and privacy of the meetings. For now, we've been focusing on the stability and scalability of the product. We really wanted to have a stable and scalable product for all to use without any problems with audio and video and everything. And now next phase is really enhancing the privacy and security of the meeting. With the private meetings, you don't have any problems with any privacy or security issues. So.
Okay, that's great. Now, what about, can you address the number of participants that can be in like one video conference meeting?
Well, as far as our video conference, well, if we are talking about number of participants, and that's also something different from like different solutions that I see on the market. Some say we have a capacity of like 300, 500, but you can actually have like 25 or 50 to 100 video streams. When we say capacity, we say active video streams. And for now, we can guarantee a stability with 100 plus, probably up to 200 video participants, active video participants. You can have a meeting actually of like 2,500 participants, but in that case, not everyone can have a video stream active. That would endanger the stability. But we are working on the scalability of it and the stability of it. So far, enterprise solution will most probably offer much larger scale. So now it's I would say 100 active video participants in the meeting for a very stable meeting.
Great. That sounds great. All right. I think I've got about one question left for you, and that's basically, what are the plans for this video conferencing solution for the next year or two?
Well, I already mentioned enhancements in the security and privacy of the meetings. We are already actively working on that. And full integration with GLOCOM to some portions of the GLOCOM that are not fully integrated, but will be in the future. And also integration with third-party applications. We already have an Outlook integration. We have a Google integration. We really want to be able to kind of add plugins and add-ons to the most popular solutions in the market. So if you are already using it, you can easily switch to that, like whiteboarding and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, before we go, Stacy, do you want to add anything to any of those questions?
No, I think I'm okay. Vesna did an excellent job explaining it. I wouldn't add anything else. Thank you.
All righty. Well, then that's going to do it for our webinar. I want to thank our presenters from Bicom Systems, Vesna Glavish-Ustrich, who is the GLOCOM meeting product owner, and of course, Stacy Rignanesi, the sales development manager. Before we go, let me remind you that you can access this webinar and all other Channel Vision presentations on demand by visiting our website at channelvisionmag.com. And now from all of us at Channel Vision Magazine and from our friends at Bicom Systems, thanks for attending and have a safe and prosperous day.